I represent House District 11 in the Texas House of Representatives, and it consists of Cherokee, Rusk, and Nacogdoches counties, which is in deep East Texas. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the state. It really is. You know, a lot of folks outside of the state think all of Texas looks like a John Ford Western. Actually, you know, rolling hills, trees, blooming azaleas and magnolias. So it's a gorgeous part of the state, wholly matched by the quality and character of the people that inhabit House District 11, which I have the privilege of representing. One of the chief attributes or resources of this part of the state is Stephen F. Austin State University. So having a major university in the heart of the district really changes things quite a bit. You know, it's primarily the history of the district. Its industry has been related to forestry, a lot of hardwood and pine timber production. Other farming, agriculture has always been a backbone of the part of the district. The very first oil well in Texas was drilled in Oil Springs in Nacogdoches County. Oil and gas has always been a part, but it's a larger part of our industry or of our economy. And then, you know, interestingly enough, you go to New Summerfield and the landscaping, horticulture, you know, plant growing, the nurseryman business is very big. So it's got a good, diverse economy. You have good sized cities, which support very large school districts. There are a number of school districts. There's 11 school districts in Nacogdoches County alone. I think we have 25, if memory serves, independent school districts within the three counties. And so education, both at higher education with SFA, but also with public education, is very important. Even before the current situation, I have been a proponent of expanding the access to broadband into rural Texas because, you know, while I have pockets of larger communities, really and truly, I represent a very rural district. But everybody, you know, some of the misnomers about agriculture, for instance, you know, it's not some guy in overalls and a hoe. It is a very scientific approach that you bring to bear in large commercial farms now, and any farming operation has become increasingly sophisticated. So access to rural broadband is not just, oh, wouldn't it be nice if you could, you know, go surfing the internet a little bit faster. It is a necessity, and yes, it would be neat and fun and all that, but today to compete in the 21st century, it is an absolute necessity. What's beautiful about the co-ops is they are what most people understand a co-op to be. They are member-owned, and the co-ops serve their own members who benefit from the services that are provided. So you already have a ready-made facility. Now, depending upon how this goes, of course, you know, what the technology will look like in 50 years, who knows? There's no, you know, kids of that era may not even recognize what a wire is and why you might need one. But today, in 2020, there is an existing infrastructure of cooperative facilities that could be used to piggyback and help speed the expansion of broadband, you know, throughout rural Texas. And so, and I think, you know, it's a win-win situation, and you're working with people that already have a vested interest in serving these communities and these people in rural Texas. So it just seemed it just made sense to do it this way as an approach. And again, I think our, you know, through I have two council of governments. I have East Texas Council of Government for one of my counties, and then Deep East Texas. I guess I have Rusk and Cherokee County are in East Texas Council of Government, ETCOG. Nacogdoches in DETCOG. And again, those organizations which bring together those counties and civic leadership there also have, you know, broad reach and ability to pull together. But I think it's going to be a you know, all of the above approach. But this is what makes this lift not easy, but very doable, very realistic, is that within rural Texas, I think there is virtual 100% agreement, regardless of where you are on the political spectrum, whether you live in the big city in the county or live out in an unincorporated part of the county. Everybody wants this to happen. People of Texas need to make sure all Texans have the same access to information. You know, I really think that we live in this the best time in the history of the world, despite this little bump in the road called the coronavirus. You know, one of the greatest disparities in history has been the difference in access to knowledge and information. And never before in the history of mankind has the access to information been more equal than it is right now. That said, information and technology is going so fast that it's hard to keep the playing field level. And that's, I think, what your organization is trying to do, and what I want to see us do, because it's important that a kid in Etoile, before he goes fishing on Sam Rayburn, can pull up and research a paper just as well as a kid living in the brownstone in Manhattan. And so, that's the challenge, but it's doable. And again, I think we need to do that, because you never know where talent comes from. You never know who's going to be the next Tesla or Edison or Elon Musk, for that matter. So everybody deserves that opportunity. What they choose to make of it is up to them. But equal access is the right thing to do, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, or geographic location.